Zoom. Okay. So, yeah, first we do these. And now you're just gonna pivot off the strong leg. I'm just gonna be in, pick one spot. And like I said, your foot's just kind of like you have a triangle. The other foot's turned in just a little. And you're moving your triangle. So we're just gonna go just 12, 3, 6, and 9. And then first, and then back this way. So we'll start that. We'll start with that, and then I'm gonna add a little as we go. We'll add more steps to it. But yeah, just real easy. Keep in mind, you're keeping most of your weight back here. See, I'm not going like this, right? Just putting my foot there. So the front foot's kind of when it's on the ball of the foot, kind of digs in a little, depending on which direction you're going, right? The main thing is just real comfortable. So of course, if I'm at 12, this is at what is that? 10:30, I guess. It's like 45 more or less. 10 or 10:30. When I'm at 3, my foot would be at 1:30, I guess. If I'm at 6, my foot would be at 4:30. If I'm at 9, it would be at 7:30. More or less. More or less. And then you just want to make it really easy. After you do that, just try where you can just do this. Like, say somebody is moving around you super fast, or multiple opponents, right? All right. So you just want that to be really easy. So do that for a few seconds, and then I'm gonna add something else to it. Just play with that step however you want. Doesn't matter what degree of the clock you are now. Just turn. That's a minute and a half. Let me add step 2. So slow down. Step 2. Same thing except for this. Let's say I'm at 9 to 12. So I'm gonna go here, right? So what I'm gonna do is go here and keep turning. This is easy because I'm on this leg already. Go, so I go 1, 2, unwind is 3. Step, turn, unwind. Step, wind up, go. And you always wind up in the same way you're going. All right, so let's try that. So you're here. And when you come back, you're coming back. You're already here. You come back to no more than 50-50. You don't go over here. No more than 50-50. All right. Oh, check this out. Check this out. So, okay, you're soft off. You go. Here. You know what? Make sure to keep this out of your way. So do that same thing we're doing. Just find the waist, and this goes here. It gets out of your way. You don't have to do this at all, but just you don't want that in your way at all on this move. You go. Still get this out of your way. It's just you're still back. That's all. So it's smaller. It is way smaller, or more subtle, I guess you could say. I'm gonna keep that going, and then we're gonna go into because we only went one direction. Let's just stay with that for this next round. So another round, keep on going with that. And you're just going, like I said, instead of just going the direction like this, now you're going, keep turning, unwind, right? So I turn, I step, turn, unwind. I'm not going here. I'm just barely putting my weight here so that the back foot doesn't really even have to come up that much. Just a little tiny bit. Boom, right? I'm not doing this. I am getting out my way though. So let's step, wind up, unwind. Step, wind up. Then you put it together after. Step, wind up. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go, there. You can pull a little bit with this hip, just a little.
With the front hip or with the back hip?
Like you're pushing this way.
Push through with your punching side hip?
With this hip. So this one's pushing. This hip's pulling a little. Like say I'm
the hip that's pushing. I'm sorry, you're going like this. The hip that's pushing is the hip you're punching with? Yes, right? Okay, just checking.
And the other one's pulling.
Okay.
Pulling a little bit. I was just saying the other hip pull.
Yeah. Pull. No, I was just confused because you're like, no, this hip, but like also it's like angle too. It's like this hip, like this. I couldn't see which hip. I can see it on me. I couldn't see it. I was like, which one is this?
I hear you. And then you're southpaw and I'm right. That makes it more.
No, that doesn't matter at all for this. It's just a zoom thing. I couldn't really tell which hip was which.
Oh, I hear you.
Okay, let's see. So
it's just by pulling this hip just a little, it helps keep that hinge. All right. And let's go the other direction now. Or keep going with this. Keep going with it. Just keep going with that, and then we'll change this. We only got a minute left anyway, so it's good to keep this one going. Yeah. You can do different degrees of it, depending on what you're doing. You might be going slip, man, or there might be a right hand coming this way, so you actually might go hide behind it. Boom. Like turn a little more. Maybe this isn't enough. Sometimes you might have to twist. Boom. Not all the time. You don't want to over twist if you don't have to and waste it. But sometimes you get there, you're still gonna get hit. Like sometimes you're getting hit already. It's too late. So you got to just go with it. And the best way to go with it is with a twist. Because that way, even if you get hit, you can hit him back. Or at the very least, not take all of the hit. You get this big rubber band thing here. See, you stamp and let the rubber band. And you want to feel the rubber band right here, just like you were just doing, right? You're using that same thing. That feels like 2 minutes. It was 3 minutes. Sorry. So now let's go the other direction now. But we'll do I'll start the time in a second. Same thing, but now you're going right. You're doing this one, right? And this is the one you got to make sure. Take your time, especially if you're in a rug. Don't do it fast, and just make sure this foot's always lined up, no matter where you have it. Just make sure the hip, knee, and this are real lined up, comfortable. So you're going here. That back foot's kind of going this way, right? Don't let it go this way too much. So anyways.
Okay, got it.
Because if you're going the other way, it doesn't matter because you're just going into pigeon toe, which just winds you up anyway, which is a good position usually. This way you're going in, it makes you the opposite, right? Stork leg, like where I walk. And that's not good for you, for fighting anyway. Yeah. So anyways, so as you're going this way, you're gonna do the same thing. You do the same thing, but watch, you're gonna go right these directions. So now you're gonna go step, turn. Now in this case, you're in your back leg, right? So you step or back leg. So I turn here, right? That's my step, turn. Now when I turn, I don't do this one. I'm just going about 50-50 and back. I step, turn. See how I'm not doing like this one, right? Which is a good one. It's just not this one. This one is just here.
Okay.
So step, turn, go. Step, turn, go. Step, turn, go. Step. But then we'll put it together after. Later it becomes one move. But it's better to do 1, 2, 1, 2 first.
Yep.
Or you lose power and efficiency and all that. It's just a lot easier that way.
Yeah.
That's why I want to revisit the basics, back to the basics. Because I find myself doing the same thing back to like all these basics. But anyways, so yeah, time. So you're gonna go here, first just do your feet. Get comfortable. Right. And then go 1, 2. Don't worry about your arms either. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Make sure you free up your waist. So you don't want to go like inside like a small range of motion. You want to have that, even though you're not using the whole thing like this, you know, you want to have the, keep it like there's a lot of room in there. So you have that always potential. Even though I'm doing this, if you needed to, you can keep twisting, but you don't have to. You just get a good turn. Yeah, so you're just staying out your way. Yeah, good. That's it. Take your time, feel that the you know, this thing. Try to feel that in there, like right here. Try to feel that same rubber band, because we have a bunch of rubber bands there. You know, in anatomy class, you find all those things. It's like a, and then your ribs, all those muscles in the ribs, they all kind of. Well, never mind that part yet. Just now, just use it as a big movement like that. But then later you can grab this way or up or under, whatever. But don't worry about that right now. Now it's just straight across. Just especially the back. So stretching in the back too. The way as you do that. So you kind of pull to the back, just a little subtle. Kind of. And also remember this. At the end of everything, you don't have to see it, but just feel that. Just let it go. Remember, at the end, you're letting the rubber band go. At the end, and the only thing you really work on is just grabbing. That's it. You just as you let that go. And you let the rubber band go. It's this thing too. That's where this. You let it all go. Kind of reloads the legs as well. You let go here, but you do reload the leg. I think that's time. Yeah, time. So let's do the same thing southpaw actually. And we can kind of, I mean, yeah, the other side. You know what I mean. And same thing, but we'll go through it in 1 or 2 rounds, depending on about 2 rounds instead of 3. So time and other side, and just kind of just make it real easy. You're back here. It's all pivoting off of here, right? Not really shifting forward, just kind of moving off to this side. Like there's a pole line from here down to your foot, almost at the front of your foot. You just kind of pivot off. You're supposed to there, so you kind of, your whole back is kind of back there, more or less, you know. Other side too. Let's go this way too. Yeah, I gotta get used to this because this is one I haven't worked a lot on this side of the space. Pretty similar, just doing the front side when you're your strong side. All right, so now we'll go here. We'll do this one. Step, turn, step, wind up, unwind. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. On two, make sure you feel that rubber band that we were just working. 1, 2. Right. That's why it wasn't, the whole idea of that was really to activate it, you know, to feel that. So 1, 2. You need that rubber band exercise. So 1, 2. And you can put them together like this. Yeah, like that. Try not to put any of this, just cross. Just do this. Like you're doing this, like closing the door. Bam. Bam. Yeah. So this side. Step, close door. Remember, we're back here, right? So when you do this, you go about 50-50. You're not going, oh, the back foot doesn't ever need to come up too much. The heel barely goes up a little bit, but you're not turning it way over, you know? You can turn over right here. You don't need. Oh, you know what? Drop this. That'll help. Or drop this. Almost like you're pulling the arm down.
Oh, I was trying not to because you said don't twist. You said be straight.
Well, yeah, true. But you're doing it the other way. You're holding this up.
I was probably overdoing it to try not to do that.
Right. So that's why I was. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Because I was thinking I was going like that, and then you were like, don't go like that. But I was probably doing it too much the other way. Going.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like swimming. It's kind of like swimming. Well, I don't know if I want to use that. That's one way to do it. It's like. But yeah, for now, just work this. Here, boom. Just the most important thing is you wind up, but now the most important thing is not this. It's getting out of your way here. Just leaving this here. Because you might want to go here, right? Or you might want to go here. Or you might want to go here. Or you might want to just go straight here. It all depends, you know. The main thing is to get out your way here. So you moved your head out the way. You might change your mind. It might be about to hit you, so you change your mind. But then if you have it, I'm exaggerating too. It must have been time now. Same thing. Other side. So same thing, but now we're going. Make sure it's your foot. You're going here. Go through these. Go through one. Go through twice, I guess. Now you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I was kind of awkward there. It's 1, 2, 3. I did a little over there. There you go. I'm just not this used to this side. Step. It's kind of important. If it's a side you're not comfortable with, just kind of try to slow down and feel the move where you're really comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you put it together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. More waist. Because really all this does is just goes. This is doing what gives it the illusion that it's the arm, it's just this. You're going wind up, unwind, like this. Wind up, unwind. So you're just going, or rather wind up, unwind. So you're going wind up, unwind. Right. It comes back. Grab. That goes back. Yeah, see, that's good because you're taking the space back real good there. See, so like if you slip a punch the way you're doing that, when you roll back, you're not just going right. You're going back, so it tends to roll them in, and you just need to do that a little bit. It's hard to get it all perfect, but if you just do that just a little bit, they can't. That's one moment where you're pulling them in right to the shot, so you only need a little bit of that. If it's perfect, you go like this, you can make them fall over and stuff. But that's if you get it just right. But no, you just want just a little. You just need them to come in a little bit, or just be stuck where they can't really get back. So you can right there, using all. It's a part they're not really. People don't pay attention to. Not this side, but what this side does. You can always do like a grab, or even just this, just rolling them back like that. If you just caught the punch and you have them here, that's real effective. You expose all this to these ones. Anyway, so I've been working a lot on that lately. It's more fun with mitts and stuff. I started doing like outside classes and stuff. I was having to do that. Some boxers I trained years ago, as well as some new ones too. But actually, like all my boxers, younger brothers and sisters and stuff like that.
Aw, nice.
But yeah, so they know some basics, not a lot, but they know the basics. I thought so. It's pretty cool. But anyways, I had them working that same thing. Just a lot around, just on this, right? You try to put it together, it's too confusing. People don't get it. And then the other way, and then putting it 1, 2, and all that stuff. But then I had to start doing mitt combos that we'd already worked for years back in the day off of that. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do now. So we've worked this before too, which is just, we were doing basics, right? Like 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, basics. But really it doesn't matter where you are in the clock, right? You're not gonna, that's pretty basic to be doing those. So we're just gonna be going wherever you want. And it's the same moves. It's just, but just real small. And the main thing is to remember on this is you're never really going, never, but for the most part, you're never really going beyond, say, 50% to this, maybe 60, a little bit, but you're not going 70, 80, 90, right? It's mostly all here. So going turn or turn, but you can do it in different degrees. You can move your feet like this. I'm just going my foot like a sprinkler or something like that. It's a little degree at a time. And this is on a, I'm just going around it. Move on my footage, right? Go big step. Usually it's going to be little steps. And it's like you're doing this type of thing, but you're just doing it here instead. Same idea though. Well, that's so a little step to really roll here. You do a little bit or a lot. So you can go just a little, or you can always slam the door behind it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's work that. Just kind of freestyle it really.
Okay.
So strong side. Yeah, you just switch. Remember this. She's just getting comfortable in each move, You don't need a lot of this. It's more just doing this type of activating the back so that you're not going here. Activating the back so you have some delay. Hold it back. There you go. Like you're doing this, right? Doesn't matter. Like someone pushes you here or something, or pulls you here, whatever. You just go. Doesn't matter how big the step is. A big step little step. Doesn't matter. No, or you get here. Different, however you want. Big, small, doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. You can even like close the door behind you here, pull the middle a little. Or you could just, doesn't matter. It's all good. That makes sense?
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's say here, I'll start the time over. And time. So we'll start with just that side for about a minute and a half. Or about a minute, I guess. Maybe less. All on the back leg, come back to 50%, or back to the middle more or less. Make sure you get the other hip out the way before you punch. And you go, pull them in. That street fighting move, they have a hoodie on or a shirt, you do this. A loose shirt, just pull it over them this way. Pull over. Pop. All right, now switch. And here it's just, just this.
Switch stance?
No, just stop. Direction.
Oh.
So it's just this.
I was going both directions.
Say again?
I was already going both directions.
Oh, I see. Okay. You play the step, just doing this sometimes. Like defense, just feel like you have a ball and you're intercepting them here, but just kind of getting out. You're getting this part out the way, so to speak. All right, let's move here. See, so now you can just put the regular combos in here. Like you step, 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 slip, roll, or that type of thing. Or this, the slipping, you just, instead of going slip, you just do it like this. Slip. Or that type of thing. Same combos. Doesn't matter the exact combo really, but just combos you're already comfortable with, you can throw them all in there. It's just changing the geometry, I guess you could say. Instead of just doing it on a straight step with the weight shifting, just doing it all from here. It's actually, this way is actually a shortcut to the opponent. When you're using your step like that, it's way easier. All right, let's go to the other side now. Start a little slower. We'll go both directions. is really a good shortcut on staying out of your way, you know? Instead of having to do all of this, you can just stay out of your way, just get from one side of the triangle to the other, real small and efficiently. This is a tiny little step. You know? It's easier than doing it with the weight shift. It's faster, you know. See. So think of this. They're circling you. And they're hitting you with a 1 or a 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the triangle is pretty simple. You're not so worried about these because you can see those off the peripheral and roll with them. They're a little slower. But what you're worried about is these, for the most part, right? So you just need to be just outside the triangle. Don't have to be way out. Just barely out. Right? Just barely outside. Of course, it's changing. Triangle's not exactly still a triangle. It's just not exactly like this, of course. Four, three. Yeah, see, I just realized I was getting carried away there, didn't start slow. And I'm doing this type of stuff, which is fine, but it wasn't really using that. It's real important to use all of this area more. So, here.
Oh.
We have to see cracks. Let me put this over here, away from the edge of the table. Damn. This
is windy. It's getting windy.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm just so glad outside though.
Yeah.
It's hard to work out inside to do that. That's at the gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, this wind, I gotta weight this down or something. So, but yeah, I was just noticing it's really more instead of here, it's really more. You know, all this part is really just from here above. It's good to have the hands up, but aside from that, it's really this. Because it's in the blocks, the punch is going to be up here.
Yeah.
It's like kicking a hose. The water don't quite get out. I hit you, but this is all going into my neck, and you know, little by little, after thousands of times, I'm really punching a lot of the back in here. Just let that go. I know I say it over and over, but I have to remind myself too, especially when I go southpaw. You know, because I'm working on all this stuff and forget to just, you know, and this, I've done it so much, it's really easy to relax. Yeah. I have to remind myself constantly. Just at the end, do your move at the end, and you just let it go. And it's really more here that you're working. All this is really doing is just, nice thing is when your mind's here instead of feet or instead of up here, it's like even though you punch, since you're in the waist, it's like you're really already into your defense. You can use this, well, you can use this. You can just keep, even if you're getting hit, you can still keep twisting or, you know. Anyways, let's go. We got 5 minutes. Let's do a round. It's just freestyle. Right. Same thing we're doing. You can do whichever side is strongest, work to the other side, whatever, but just freestyle it. And let's just do a 4 minute. Well, actually, I'll say 3 minutes because we actually only have 4 minutes. If you want, you can even do a little still step. If anything, that makes the foot a little bit heavier when you're doing this. Right? So you can pivot. And stay here though. There's someone in front of you and you're reading all their punches. So you're slipping it just. You're not in a hurry. You see it coming from when they first start. Want to sneak in the other angle, you always can. Like a little one of these. But you don't have to. Time. Cool, kind of pretty good. So I got 1 minute.
Ah, cool, nice.
No problem, no problem. I would definitely suggest do a cool down just in slow motion after. Just that stretch, but just nice and easy.
Cool.
But just real easy.
Okay.
You don't have to use the band.
Cool.
All right. Have a good
Sounds
week.
good.
Though.
All right, thanks, you too. Thanks, see you later.
See you later. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye bye.